Global One.
Woohoo! I love these things. They're called gear wrenches. Basically what they do is they take a combination wrench, of a spanner and a box wrench, and they make the box wrench in a format that it'll actually turn just like a ratchet would, like a ratchet and socket. So I've often wondered, how in the heck do these work? There's no screws. There's nothing that really gives you any idea as to how they work or how to take them apart. But I had one actually come apart the other day. I was working on a Ford 6-liter. The way that it came apart is I had it at an angle, and I was being really fast with it. And then it felt like I stripped the bolt out, but I knew I didn't strip the bolt. I pulled it out, and it was just standing out of the end of it a little bit. On these tiny little bolts, they're an M6, but 8mm on the head. And I was just going crazy on the thing. And it actually came apart, and I was able to see what was on the inside, and I was able to get it back together. Let me show you what I found. And I've always wondered what's inside these and how they work, and so I thought I'd share what I found out with you guys. So they have the barrel that rotates, and it's got a bunch of lines for ratcheting in them. I don't know how many there are, but there's a lot of them. And there's a corresponding piece that goes in here, and it's just a little wedge that's geared up and a spring. So it will allow it to turn this way, and then it grabs it. And that's how they work. It's just so incredibly basic. Just a little 12-point ring socket, snap ring, and then there's corresponding stuff in here. There's a little post that the spring goes on here, and the rest of the wedge just goes in this little spot right here. There's just seriously nothing to these. They're very, very simple. I don't know why I expected them to have like two different rings that worked on each other, but you can see this is where your snap ring goes. Anyway, that's what's in these things. There's really not much to it. And you just got to get this spring to go onto this post here. Come on, little Malone. Had that Sunflower song stuck in my head all day. I think the thing to do is tweezer that in. So these are just some tweezers I got on Amazon. And then if you put the ring in here first, it doesn't work. I tried that. I gotta tell you, I've been using these for so long, and I've never had them pop out. Aha! Just like new. Isn't that cool? So I don't know how the crap you would get it to come undone again, but I'm glad I got that on camera while it was apart, because that's something I've always been curious about. And like I say, it didn't break. They're not junk by any means. These are the guys that innovated it, as far as I understand. And they've been great. I just had this one come apart. Isn't this a beautiful sight? Freaking love this set. It's metric and it's complete. It goes all the way from 8mm to 25mm. And the only one that it skips is 23 that I'm aware of. And that's awesome. Pretty freaking cool stuff. You're welcome. The best way to say thanks is poke subscribe right in the face and then click the little bell. If you want to be notified, you can be notified too. Thanks.